I'm here with Brian from Redrock, and we're here talking about the Digiboom.
Digiboom, Digiboom, Digiboom.
Yes,
Can you tell me about it, Brian?
I'd be happy to tell you. But you have very sweet breath.
Thank you. I made sure to suck on a mint.
Well, usually I just sort of chew on a mint, but if you want to suck on a mint, let's knock yourself out.
Tell me about the Digiboom, Brian.
This is the Digiboom.
Digiboom, Digiboom.
The basic idea of Digiboom is for people who are out there shooting on location, typically news, sports, events, weddings, churches. You usually have some sort of like main camera like we have here, but then you have kind of this cadre of other kinds of gizmos and point of view cameras and things like that. And what we wanted to do was like really expand that creativity of what you could shoot, but kind of put it all into one rig. So we developed Digiboom. It's a gimbal stabilized kind of jib arm, but it's expandable, so you can do really, really short and create some nice simple shots, or you can actually expand it out, and essentially gives you this great latitude, this great creative latitude to shoot really, really high or really, really low, and actually get these really nice sort of cinematic movements that are, again, gimbal stabilized. You could sort of think about it as like camera on a stick, right? And in some general sense, that's true, but one of the things that's really important is you have to have complete control of the camera and of the gimbal itself, right? So that's a lot of these controls here. Anything on the camera, focus, iris, zoom, any of the camera settings, shutter, record, start, stop, built-in ND filters, all that stuff happens in the actual hand units themselves. And you've got a monitor, so you have complete control, whereas camera on a stick is kind of like you're waving it around and hoping you're going to get something interesting. We also, in this rear part, have all the pieces that you need and actually make this thing more professional. So we've got audio in and out. You can actually run audio to the camera or take audio from the camera or mix them together. And then the power itself actually runs everything on here. So not only does it act as a counterbalance, but it runs the monitor, runs the camera, runs the Digiboom.
Digiboom, Digiboom, Digiboom.
So when you buy a kit that includes Digiboom, it looks something like this. We don't sell the camera, we don't sell the monitor, we don't sell the sound design, we don't sell the batteries, but everything else you see on there, the hand control units, the gimbal itself, the extensions and so forth, but that's part of Digiboom.
This is amazing, and it's really cool to see something that's totally unique. I've never seen anything like this. I'm sure you guys are thrilled about this. Tell me about the development of this totally new product.
Okay, that is an awesome question, by the way, and no one has asked us this, but it has to do with our relationship with Disney. So Disney came to us. They've been working on this for about 3 years. Disney owns ABC News, and they own ESPN, and they had a visionary CTO who said, I want to have something like camera on a stick, and they went out and kind of tried to build this thing, and they were actually at the Oscars going on the red carpet, and they sort of saw the opportunity, saw the possibility of this, and so they finally came to us and said, look, we have this idea, we have this prototype, and we looked at it and thought, not only is this camera on a stick, but it could be so much more, and we actually then went ahead and sort of built it. So we took the Disney vision, the concept, their patents, which is great, and then we kind of created a real product out of it that does more than just camera on a stick.
Wow. That's
right?
definitely the first time I've ever heard the word Disney partnership at NAB. Can the gimbal itself be removed and used like all the other little handheld units as well, like a Zion crane, or kind of like a tiny little thing as well?
Yeah, so for right now, we really talk about Digiboom as the Digiboom. It shortens down to about 3 feet, so it's very functional. Again, the nice thing is, when you have sort of all these pieces, you have all the camera control and you have the battery that powers everything. Eventually, you can see where we can go in places like that.
One last thing, what is you're using the Blackmagic 4K on there? I would assume because you get all that control with that camera, with the start stop and all that. What kind of cameras are right now on the unit? Is it just the Blackmagic for now, or?
Great question. So the gimbal supports up to 6.5 pounds. So any camera lens combination that can do that, we can work with it. If you really want to take advantage of all kind of the remote control of everything about the camera, right now, that's the Blackmagic Micro Studio camera. So the idea is that you never have to take your hands off of that boom in order to make all these changes.
That's awesome. I love that. It's like a guitar. All right, well, thanks a lot, Brian. I really appreciate it. From Redrock Micro, check out the Digiboom. Really cool product. I hope you guys get the award for Best Innovation of NAB.
Are you giving out an award?
I'm giving out an award right now from Kinotika, Best Innovation for Redrock Micro.